Good afternoon. Welcome to Tribune News on Q, your go-to afternoon news source, only here at the Daily Tribune. We're live at Daily Tribune's Facebook page, Daily Tribune PH on YouTube, and at Daily Tribune Official on TikTok. For today's headlines. Applicants denied under Government Victims Compensation Program given 15 days to appeal, according to the DOJ Board of Claims. DPWH Secretary Vince Dizon said he is determined to make every peso count this year, assuring the public that government funds will be put to good use for road rehabilitation. The trial of former Acobicol Representative Saldico at the Sandigan Bayan will begin on January 20th, DPWH Chief Vince Dizon announced Monday. Up to 5,123 cases of measles and rubella were reported across the country last year, according to the Department of Health. Baguio City officially launched the Panagbenga or Baguio Flower Festival 2026. Higher prices for petroleum products this week, with pump prices of diesel rising for the third straight week. SB19's 1Z Entertainment has opened auditions for male and female trainees for aspiring P-pop idols. Miguel Tabuena's long-cherished LIV golf dream ended in heartbreak on Sunday, as the Filipino ace came up short at the LIV Golf Promotions Tournament. Today is the 12th of January 2026, Monday, and I'm Eliana Lacap, bringing you today's top stories. Let's get started. Applicants whose claims under the government's Victims Compensation Program were denied may appeal the decision within 15 days of receiving the resolution or denial notice, the Board of Claims of the Department of Justice said. In a recent public advisory, the BOC said applicants may visit the board's office to receive guidance on the appeals process. The board encouraged victims of violent crimes and other eligible claimants not to be discouraged by an initial denial, stressing that remedies remain available under its rules. The Department of Public Works and Highways Secretary Vince Dizon said he is determined to make every peso count this year, assuring the public that government funds will be put to good use. Speaking during the DPWH's first press conference for the year, Dizon echoed the President's directive to prioritize major roads and bridges, focusing on projects that he said should have been top priorities in the previous years. Dizon said the department plans to rehabilitate the Maharlika Highway, which stretches from Apari to Mindanao, including major sections as MacArthur Highway, Quirino Highway, and Andaya Highway in Bicol, among others. The trial of former Acobicol Representative Saldico at the Sandigan Bayan will begin on January 20th, the Department of Public Works and Highways Chief Vince Dizon announced Monday. Dizon said he will also testify against Co in the anti-graft court. Quote, "I just want to announce that on January 20th I will testify in the Sandigan Bayan trial of former Congressman Saldico," Dizon said at a press conference. Co is the subject of an arrest warrant over an alleged 289.5 million peso anomalous flood control project in Oriental Mindoro. The former lawmaker remains at large, with his last known location reportedly in Portugal, Interior Secretary John Bicramulya said. Up to 5,123 cases of measles and rubella were reported across the country last year, according to the Department of Health. Health officials said the figure is 32% higher than the 3,880 cases reported during the same time period in 2024. Half of the cases, or 2,567, are children aged 6 months to 5 years. A majority of them were unvaccinated against the disease, the DOH said. Among regions Zamboanga Peninsula, Northern Mindanao, Socsargen, and Bangsamoro reported the highest number of measles and rubella cases. Now, Baguio City officially launched the Panagbenga or the Baguio Flower Festival 2026 following the flag-raising ceremony at the Baguio City Hall grounds on the 12th of January 2026. The launch was led by the city government and the Baguio Flower Festival Foundation Incorporated, which unveiled the lineup of activities for the festival's 30th edition. This year's Panagbenga carries the theme Blooming Without End. Vice Mayor Faustino Olowan said the milestone edition highlights 3 decades of partnership among the local community, the BFFI, and the city government. The motoring public will see higher prices for petroleum products this week, with pump prices of diesel rising for the 3rd straight week. Gasoline and kerosene are also set for an increase of 30 centavos per liter. This also marks kerosene's 3rd consecutive week of increases. But last week, price cuts had been expected as global oil benchmarks declined amid ample supply. In an advisory last Friday, Jetty Petroleum President Leo Bella said diesel prices could drop by 10 to 30 centavos per liter. Now, the Philippine stock market indices ended higher, supported by broad-based sectorial gains. The benchmark PSEI rose to 57.52 points, or 0.91%, to close at 6,405.66, while the All-Shares Index increased to 0.72% to 3,633.12. Mining and oil led the advance with a 4.73% surge to 17,071.73, followed by financials up 1.61% and property, which gained 1.52%. Other sectors also finished in positive territory, reflecting improved investor sentiment. And for our entertainment news, aspiring P-pop stars have the chance to showcase their singing and dancing prowesses as SB19's 1Z Entertainment opened auditions for male and female trainees with the potential to make it in the industry. 1Z announced that it is looking for a new set of trainees on its social media platforms and websites, saying that aspiring dancers, singers, rappers, or visual artists are open to join. And for our sports news, Miguel Tabuena's Longchair's LIV golf dream ended in a heartbreak on Sunday as the Filipino ace came up short at the LIV Golf Promotions tournament. Tabuena settled for a tied 16th finish after closing with an even par 70 at the demanding Black Diamond Ranch course in Florida. Unable to sustain his early spark, Tabuena faltered at the back as consecutive bogeys on numbers 11 and 12 halted his advance, forcing him into catch-up mode. And for this afternoon's trivia, on January 12, 1889, the Hispano-Filipino Association, an organization composed of Filipinos and Spaniards, was formed in Madrid, Spain, calling for reforms in the Philippines during the Spanish colonization. Among other things, it campaigned for Philippine representation in the Spanish Cortes and the passage of the moral law to bring about education reforms in the archipelago. For our viral story, a user participated in the underconsumption core trend on TikTok with her own entry. When she returned on the rear camera of her phone, she revealed that her version of the underconsumption core was having the same boss for 9 years. That's all for now. Join us again at 4:30 p.m. still here on Daily Tribune's Facebook page, Tribune Now on YouTube, and at Daily Tribune Official on TikTok. Once again, I'm Eliana Lacap, and this has been Tribune News on Q.